For years, Canadians have been told a comforting lie that the canned foods sitting quietly in our pantries are safe, regulated, and carefully monitored, especially here in Canada. But what if some of the most trusted canned food brands many seniors rely on every single week, have been connected to recalls, contamination warnings, and long-term health risks that rarely make the evening news? Health Canada has issued dozens of canned food recalls over the past decade, many involving bacteria, excess sodium, or chemical exposure. Some were quietly resolved, some never reached public attention at all. If you're over 45, if you're managing blood pressure, diabetes, or kidney health, or if you're feeding children or pets from these cans, this isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Tonight, we're counting down 9 canned foods commonly sold across Canada that experts say you should seriously reconsider, especially if they're a regular part of your diet. And at the very end, I'll show you 2 canned foods that are actually worth buying, based on transparency, ingredients, and safety history. Please stay with me until the end, because the #1 item on this list is still found in millions of Canadian homes today.
Number 9. Canned mushrooms, imported generic brands. Canned mushrooms may seem harmless. They are inexpensive, easy to store, and commonly used in soups, stews, and casseroles, especially by seniors cooking simple meals. But mushrooms are unique. They grow close to the ground, meaning they can absorb heavy metals like lead and cadmium from soil and water. According to Health Canada and the World Health Organization, long-term exposure to heavy metals, even in small amounts, can contribute to kidney strain, memory issues, and increased blood pressure. Several imported canned mushroom products sold in Canada have been recalled over the years due to unsafe metal levels, improper sterilization, swollen or leaking cans, a sign of bacterial growth. Many of these products are sold under generic or store brands, making sourcing harder to track. Why do people buy them? They're cheap, shelf-stable, and marketed as a healthy vegetable. Who's most at risk? Seniors with kidney conditions, people with high blood pressure, anyone consuming them weekly over long periods. If a can ever appears bloated, smells metallic, or feels unusually soft, that's not normal. And this is only the beginning. Quick question. Do you usually check where canned vegetables are imported from, or do you assume Canadian stores mean Canadian standards?
Number 8. High-sodium canned soups. Soup feels comforting, especially for seniors, warm, filling, and easy to prepare. But many popular canned soups sold in Canada contain 900 to 1,200 milligrams of sodium per serving. Health Canada recommends most adults consume no more than 2,300 milligrams per day, and less for seniors with heart conditions. The problem? Most people eat the entire can, not one serving. Consumer Reports has repeatedly flagged canned soups as one of the largest hidden sodium sources in North American diets. Why people buy them? Affordable, easy to chew, marketed as home-style or traditional. Hidden risk? Too much sodium can worsen high blood pressure, fluid retention, heart strain. Who's most at risk? Seniors on blood pressure medication, people with heart or kidney disease. Here's what's unsettling. Excess sodium doesn't cause immediate pain. It works silently. And coming up next is a canned food that many Canadians believe is healthy, but isn't always. Number 7. Canned fruit in heavy syrup. Fruit sounds healthy, but canned fruit packed in heavy syrup can contain more sugar than a dessert. A single serving may include 20 to 30 grams of added sugar, glucose-fructose syrup. According to Diabetes Canada, excess sugar intake increases risk for type 2 diabetes, inflammation, fatty liver disease. Why people buy it? Soft texture for dental issues, longer shelf life. Fresh fruit is expensive. Hidden risk? Sugar spikes can occur even in people without diabetes, especially seniors. Who's most at risk? Seniors managing blood sugar,
children, pets. Never feed syrup-packed fruit to dogs. And the next item has been linked to actual bacterial recalls in Canada. Number 6. Canned tuna, certain types. Tuna is often praised as a healthy protein, but some types of canned tuna contain higher mercury levels. Health Canada has issued guidance limiting consumption of albacore, white tuna. Mercury is a heavy metal that can affect memory, balance, and nerve function. Why people buy it? High protein, affordable, long shelf life. Who's most at risk? Seniors, pregnant women, children. The concern isn't one meal, it's frequent consumption over time, and the worst offenders are still ahead. Number 5. Canned pasta meals. These meals are marketed as convenient comfort food, but many contain extremely high sodium, preservatives, and BPA-lined cans. The FDA and WHO have linked BPA exposure to hormone disruption. For seniors, this may affect bone density, energy levels, and mood. Why people buy them? Cheap, filling, easy to prepare. Who's most at risk? Seniors, children, pets exposed indirectly. And now, let's talk about what is worth buying. Number 4. Canned meats, ham, corned beef, and luncheon meat. Canned meats have been a pantry staple in Canada for decades. Many seniors grew up with them. Some still rely on them because they're affordable, filling, and require no refrigeration. Brands selling canned ham, corned beef, and luncheon meat often highlight protein-rich, traditional recipe, and long shelf life, and that's exactly why they're trusted. But here's what doesn't get enough attention. According to Health Canada and the World Health Organization, processed meats, including canned meats, are classified as Group 1 carcinogens. That's the same category as tobacco smoke. Now, what does that mean in simple terms? It doesn't mean one can will make you sick. It means regular consumption over time increases the risk of colorectal cancer, heart disease, and inflammation. Hidden risks include extremely high sodium, nitrites and nitrates used to preserve color and shelf life. Nitrites can turn into nitrosamines in the body, compounds linked to cancer in multiple studies reviewed by the WHO. Why people keep buying them? Cheap protein, easy to prepare, familiar taste. Who is most at risk? Seniors over 50, people with heart disease, anyone eating these weekly. And for pet owners, canned meats are often shared with dogs. That's dangerous. Dogs are especially sensitive to sodium and preservatives. Coming up next is a canned food most Canadians think is healthy, but has been involved in multiple Canadian recalls. Number 3. Canned fish other than tuna, salmon, sardines, certain brands. Canned salmon and sardines are often recommended for heart health, and in many cases they can be beneficial. But not all canned fish sold in Canada meets the same safety standards. Over the past decade, Health Canada has issued recalls on certain canned fish products due to listeria contamination, improper sealing, and histamine formation, a toxin caused by poor temperature control. Histamine poisoning doesn't always feel like food poisoning. Symptoms can include headaches, flushing, and rapid heartbeat, which is dangerous because seniors may mistake it for heart trouble or anxiety. Why people buy canned fish? Omega-3s, long shelf life, no cooking required. Hidden risk, poor handling during processing can allow bacteria to grow before the fish is canned. Canning doesn't always destroy these toxins. Who is most at risk? Seniors with heart conditions, people with weakened immune systems. If a can smells unusually strong, metallic, or off, do not taste it, even a small amount. And now we reach the top 2, the foods that cause the most concern among consumer safety experts. Number 2. Canned baby foods and purees, yes, even in Canada. This one shocks many people. Parents and grandparents assume baby food is the most tightly regulated food on the shelf, but investigations by Consumer Reports and data reviewed by the FDA and WHO have found traces of lead, arsenic, and cadmium in some canned baby foods and purees. These heavy metals occur naturally in soil, but they become dangerous when they accumulate. Why this matters? Babies absorb heavy metals more easily. Exposure can affect brain development. Why seniors should care? Many grandparents help choose or buy these foods, and some seniors consume pureed foods themselves due to dental or swallowing issues. Who is most at risk? Babies, seniors with compromised digestion. Health Canada has acknowledged these concerns and continues to monitor limits, but monitoring doesn't mean zero risk. And now, the #1 canned food Canadians are still buying every day, despite repeated warnings. Number 1. Canned foods in damaged or BPA-lined cans. This is the most important one. It's not a single product, it's a condition, and millions of Canadians overlook it. BPA, bisphenol K, is a chemical used in many can linings to prevent corrosion. According to Health Canada, BPA exposure may affect hormones, heart health, and metabolism. The real danger increases when cans are dented, scratched, or exposed to heat. Damage can cause BPA to leach into food. Why people still buy them? Discounts on dented cans, no visible spoilage. Who is most at risk? Seniors, pregnant women, children. This is why Health Canada advises never consuming food from damaged cans, even if the food looks fine. Here are 2 safer choices when selected carefully. Safe option 1. BPA-free canned tomatoes, no added salt. Naturally acidic, reduces bacterial risk. Often packed fresh, look for BPA-free lining. Safe option 2, low-sodium canned beans. Simple ingredients, beans, water, salt. High fiber and protein, affordable for fixed incomes. Rinse beans before use, it removes up to 40% of sodium. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you love, a parent, a spouse, a neighbor. Food safety isn't about panic, it's about knowledge and prevention. Comment below which item surprised you the most. Like, bell, subscribe, and stay informed, Canada.